Jeremy Paxman. Hello, my name's Antonio and welcome to another edition of Top Note. Here is where we bring you the latest in music news with a little help from the experts. Today we'll be bringing you 2 of the albums that have been out this month and of course introducing you to the ones to watch as well. So exciting stuff, stay tuned. With me today we have 2 weekly experts, NME journalist Laura Sheldrick.
Hi guys.
Thank you. And Sam Nash from Rough Trade Records. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me.
Thanks, Antonio.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Sam and I both got a chance to listen to the albums, and one of them is definitely the best we've had on the show so far.
Yeah, we did get to listen to both of them, and one of them should stand the test of time.
Wow, powerful words there. Well, I think I've got an inkling on which one it will be, actually. Well, I hope. We'll get straight started, shall we? Everyone should know the format by now. Each week we bring you 2 new albums that have come out during the month. We have a little chit-chat about them and pick a weekly favourite artist. Our first album this week is Lady Gaga's 3rd effort, Art Pop. With a handful of producers, the new release from Gaga has been described as a celebration and a poetic musical journey, even without receiving favourable reviews from our experts. So Laura, did you give it your applause, applause, applause?
I had mixed feelings on this one. Some of it was quite strong, but then quite a few of the songs were they're just stereotypical, forgettable pop songs. I know, but it's just, it's a bit weak.
Poor Gaga.
And I actually agree with Laura on this one. I actually do. I mean, in some of the songs we get to see the real Lady Gaga, but I'm not talking about the pretentious costumes or the catchy backing music. The theme, Art Pop, shouldn't be the theme. It should be her voice. We should be concentrating on her voice.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting there. Wow, you start, you're not holding back. You're getting the claws out, getting a bit catty towards Gaga. So it's I take it it's none of your favourite albums then?
It's not a bad album, it just lacks a special something.
Je ne sais quoi, you know, that X factor. Well, I love Gaga and I will be a little monster forever. Hashtag. Okay, thank you, Mama Gaga. Okay, well, how about we move on to our second record of the week. It's AM from Arctic Monkeys, the 5th release from the Sheffield Boys, and their strongest yet by some, they believe, even gaining a Mercury Prize nomination. So, Sam, how did you feel when you got your hands on that hard disc?
I mean, who doesn't love the Arctic Monkeys? They're absolute legends, and with this new album, they took a brand new take on it, and it paid off. I mean, Alex Turner, he seems to grow and evolve on each album, and although it wasn't his best lyrically, he still comes out with moments of brilliance.
Okay, so it's definitely a late night album, would you say, Laura?
Oh, definitely. I mean, some of the scenes in there were incredible. I've never been able to compare the songs on an album to the Beatles, and yet still have that hip-hop sort of reference throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they took a different take on it, and it paid off.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. It's a party album, and I just love it.
Yeah, let's all party down, baby. In the back, woo, in my party room. Well, strong reviews there from our guests. If you want to get hold of either Art Pop or AM, then head over to iTunes or your nearest record store. As for now, it's time to check out our ones to watch. For the month, the Top Note caught up with Milton Keynes' rising folk group, Sketched.
At the moment, oh, I love the Lordy New stuff. She's brilliant.
Most recently I've been listening to Clara Emerald.
Swearing.
I quite like that.
I love the bit of the Lumineers as well, probably my favourite. But then there's also good old stuff.
I've never seen you look this way. I find it hard to.
Currently we're sort of in a sort of bluesy sort of realm of music at the moment, and with a hint of gypsy jazz, which is quite exciting because we sort of moved all through the different developments of different styles, of music, which is cool.
I
originally, when we sort of first started out as a band a long time ago, we sort of all did it together. Then, as we developed along, Rob and our old guitarist Alex sort of were the main writers, and they sort of did all the work.
Most recently we've been sort of all writing as a group. So.
Like I've known him all along. Remember when we were getting
The band's been together overall for about 6 years, I think.
Well, it started a really long time ago when Steve, our keyboard player, and Rob, the guitarist, they met at school. They were going for years doing cover gigs and just learning all about it. They found Chris a few years later, and then me a year later than that. So we haven't all started together. We kind of mishmashed our way in, and we had people who came in and left. So.
we don't talk about, maybe it's alright.
The one to watch. I tell you what, I'm not usually a fan of folk, but I think I'll give it a bash. So guys, did you get a chance to check out Sketched?
We did, yeah. It really is my sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're fresh, they're hip. What else could you ask for?
Fresh, funky and
Fresh
fabulous.
hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally think they've got a bright future ahead of them.
Well, he was wearing sunglasses, one of the guys, so if your future's bright, your future's orange. Doesn't make sense. Right, if you guys would like to see more of Sketched, then make sure you check out their website, man. www.sketched-uk.com. They really are the ones to watch. That's my deepest voice. That's my... I was going to say, no, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, we've run out of time. How emotional. It's time for some Twitter action. So, for those of you that don't know, each week we give you the chance to ask us a series of questions. So, first up, we have... What do we got? At LucySM49. Laura, what's the best gig you've been to this year?
Well, I saw Foals at the UEA in February, and I got to interview them with Enemy, which was amazing. They're just so good live, one of the best bands I've seen live, and I really suggest you guys check them out.
Okay, well, I'll get my gigging boots on. Next up, we have a tweet for Sam at FF1990. What is your most anticipated album this year?
Well, that's an easy one. It will have to be Baby Shambles, which is coming out March next year. And I think a lot of Doherty fans are waiting for it.
Yeah, baby. Well, there we go. At RobM88 says, Antonio, what is your... I don't know what's happened to my voice. Lost my balls. What is your favourite record you have bought this year? You know what, Rob, right? I don't know you, but I think it's got to be One Direction. I just love a bit of 1D. Do you know what I mean? What's that? Oh, I was going to say, what's their song again? I've said one. I love 1D. I don't even know their song. It's best song ever. Yeah. It's a dance all night to the best song. So that would be the. I don't get, you know, sort of too bogged down on the names of songs. I just sort of I get lost in the moment in the club at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, going bananas to One Direction. If you want to know what club I go to, then tweet me at ant_cas_. Ooh, cheeky plug to myself. Naughty. Right, so that brings this week's Top Note tweets to an end. And unfortunately for this week's show, I've got to pack all this stuff up, put it in my van and go. Right, well, I'd like to thank both Laura Sheldrick and Sam Nash. They will not be coming in my van, unfortunately, and becoming my groupies. Join us next week. Please join us next week, because I still need a job. We discuss the new albums by King Cruel and Queens of the Stone Age. We'll be speaking to some of the country's newest promoters. And, of course, we'll be back with more of your tweets. If you'd like to watch the show again, if you want to do this all over again and savour every last moment and zoom in and pause, you know, when I do that, I don't know if you want to just pause there, then you can. You can find us at www.topnote.co.uk. I tell you what, I might pause and record myself. Also, if you want our experts to answer your questions, then we're going to stick around for a little bit. And you can tweet us, #TopNoteTweets. Well, that brings the show to an end. I've been Antonio Castaldo, and this has been Top Note. Thank you.